State of New California, notice to all Californians, Grievance 75, July 2nd, 2019. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The counties of New California bring forward 95 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesday at 11 a.m. State of New California, Grievance 75, Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government is in direct violation of the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive, when the legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6. This Constitution, the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. Being made homeless is the order of the day. Being homeless in California is an act of domestic violence. California's monoparty political machine, its socialist governor, along with socialist elected officials, agencies, and regional governance boards are colluding to create a lawless form of government in direct defiance of Article 4, Section 4, and Article 6 of the United States Constitution. People become homeless when their wages and income are not enough to cover rent or a mortgage or other necessities like food, medicine, health care, transportation, and child care. California's socialist governor and the monoparty system are leading an effort to dismantle the constitutional rule of law in California, with one of its goals to make all United States citizens living in California homeless. As socialist, a tool making United States citizens living in California homeless provides a sweet taste of evil. California's cost of living is driving out all of the very rich and the very poor, a problem that is entirely the result of policies enacted by California's socialist elite. There are two factors, both considered beyond debate in the one-party state. First, to supposedly prevent catastrophic climate change along with other environmental concerns, California's restrictive laws such as the California Environmental Quality Act, the Global Warming Solutions Act, and Sustainable Communities and Climate Protection Act. At the same time, California has become a magnet for welfare cases of America and expatriates of the world, Of the 4.2 million recipients in America of temporary assistance for needy families and supplemental security income, 43% live in California, over 1.8 million people. According to the Public Policy Institute of California, as of 2016, California's promise of health coverage for undocumented immigrants or sanctuary state laws have anything to do with this? When you enact policies to restrict supply and increase demand and invite the world to move in, which is what the socialist governor of California and monoparty system have done, then it should not be a surprise that homelessness has exploded. To help move the socialist agenda along, in 2006, the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Jones versus City of Los Angeles ruled that law enforcement and city officials can no longer enforce the ban on sleeping on sidewalks anywhere within the Los Angeles city limits. This ruling has become the basis for the socialist agenda to create homelessness for all United States citizens living in California. Being homeless in California is an act of domestic violence. Article 4, Section 4 states, "The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence." In the words of the Declaration of Independence, governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. Without that consent, governments are tyrannies, unjustly handing out penalties with the stolen power they have seized by force or manipulation. Voices have been silent. The republic is dead in California. So it is in California today, but it does not have to be for the rest of the nation or New California state. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor and monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is a United States federal law that governs the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of secession. Therefore, the California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive, instituted wherever the current socialist governor has usurped power, has created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the state and citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California State. This concludes these proceedings. For more information or to donate, please visit us at www.newcaliforniaoc.org.